Good morning, everyone. I'm Camilla Cadorin, and my supervisor is Professor Mariana Purgato. Today, I will present my research, a PhD research project, which is titled From Evidence Collection and Evaluation to New Evidence Production, a psychological focus on vulnerable populations. My research area is within psychological and psychiatric sciences, in particular global mental health, and we focus specifically on vulnerable population and in this case on migrant population. Why focusing on migrants' mental health? Because the whole migration process from pre-migration to post-migration has been associated with an increased risk of developing common mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorders, and with a decrease in psychological well-being and quality of life. Therefore, the main aim of my research project was to create a database collecting all the existing evidence, so all studies conducted so far, assessing psychological and psychosocial interventions for this kind of population. This to map and synthesize all the existing evidence of this field. Therefore, for population, we took all different kind of migrant population, from refugees to asylum seekers to economic migrants, and we considered all different psychosocial interventions from prevention to treatment compared to different kinds of control group, such as waiting list or other active interventions, assessing mental health outcomes from psychological distress, anxiety, depression to well-being, quality of life, and functioning. The kind of studies we included were randomized controlled trial, which consist into the random distribution of participants to the intervention or the control group. From our database, we saw that the number of studies increased across the years, and as well as the number of migrants from the global epidemiological data, reaching a total of 281 million in 2020. So far, we included 149 studies, and the main characteristics of our participants were adult migrants, female and forced migrants, such as refugees and asylum seekers. And the main kind of psychological intervention were psychosocial support and psychotherapy. Our participants mainly originated from Middle East and East Asia to Europe and North America. By comparing the data of our database with the global epidemiological figures, we saw that there are many gaps that need to be filled at different levels, from by researchers to policymakers, as well as clinicians. In particular, by analyzing the effectiveness of our interventions and the feasibility, we will then be able to develop guidelines and as well as real-time update and better quality of our research data in order to fill age and gender disparities, to develop new and tailored approaches by also taking into consideration the global representation of migration and the different kinds of migrant population. This needs to be done by a synergic approach and a network, a collaboration among researchers, clinicians, policymakers, and the community. Researchers will have a better overview of the whole field to then develop new studies and better analysis. Clinicians then will use this knowledge into their clinical practice for better addressing the mental health of migrants, as well as policymakers will then be able to develop better policies and guidelines at a societal level by taking into consideration also the needs, the values of the whole migrant community. Thank you for your attention.